If I was writing a cookbook, this recipe would definitely be in it. Part 6, All Natural Pumpkin Spice Creamer. I've been seeing some variation of this recipe all over the internet recently. This version comes from the Instagram account Barefoot Mimosas. I'm not sure how to link her account, but you should go check her out, and I'll put the ingredients down below. This is one of those recipes that you just put everything in a jar and shake it up. So for this one, I chose a large mason jar because it already has all of the markings for measurement on the outside, and I don't have to dirty a measuring cup to make the recipe. By the way, I'm loving this new can opener because it creates smooth edges and you don't have to worry about getting cut. I have a dog that somehow always gets into the recyclables, so this gives me a little bit more peace of mind. First up is the cream. The recipe originally calls for heavy cream. I only had heavy whipping cream, and I thought it turned out great. So I just used that instead because it was what I had on hand. And next up is the pumpkin. Ready for a hot take? I don't think canned pumpkin belongs in my coffee. Okay, so that's what I used to think. And when I was looking at this recipe, I was thinking I just maybe could leave this out because I can't see how it could help the pumpkin spice creamer, but I add it in and it's delicious. I love it. The sweetener in this recipe is maple syrup. When I made it, I put 2/3 of a cup in, and it turns out I like it a little bit sweeter, so next time I make it, I'll do a cup. Sometimes I just have a mental block adding that much sugar to something, and I'm in denial that I like things as sweet as I do. Then I added the pumpkin pie spice and the vanilla extract. In this case, I used imitation vanilla extract, and that's definitely not my favorite. I would prefer to use the real vanilla extract, and I make it here at home, but I extract the vanilla flavor using vodka, and so I didn't want to put that in there without being able to cook off the alcohol, so I stuck with the imitation stuff. Okay, then after that, you have to shake it, and you have to actually shake it a lot more than you think you have to shake it. And you're shaking that mostly for the pumpkin because you don't want to have like a glob of pumpkin just like kind of spill out into your coffee. So make sure that it's well incorporated. I made that in the biggest mason jar that I had because it's just a lot easier to use a bigger container as opposed to a smaller one. And it's taken me so long to learn that. Always just choose the bigger container. So I shook it in the big jar and then I poured it into the smaller jar because this one I had a pour spout and that's going to make mornings just a whole lot easier. And I put the remaining in the big jar in the fridge. And my husband just drank the rest of the stuff that was in the big jar. He said he really liked it and it tasted kind of like eggnog. There's two times that I have a really hard time with. One is morning, and getting up knowing I have coffee makes morning time easier. And getting up knowing I have delicious coffee makes it that much easier. The other time that I have a hard time with is fall, because fall means that winter is right around the corner. And even though I actually kind of like fall because it's beautiful where I live, I don't want winter. And so this makes accepting fall a little bit easier. And mornings are a little bit more exciting knowing that I have nice coffee. And this is the creamer that I would usually use, and check out all those list of ingredients. A lot of them are very chemically, so it's nice to find something that does not have all that junk in it. And you can use it for iced coffee and hot coffee. And I paired this the next morning with a pumpkin streusel bread that was so good. So I've been really leaning into the pumpkin stuff lately. Now for the 6 questions I ask about everything that I make. The first one is, how does it taste? It's good. I was pleasantly surprised. You're not going to think that you're having the original per se, but it's a really good substitute. Like my husband, who doesn't like healthier versions of sweet things, he liked this one. So that was pretty good. For the next question, is it easy and is it quick? Yes, and yes. You just dump it in a jar and you shake it and you're done. Then I asked myself, can I make it in bulk? Yes, you can, but I don't know how long this would last for in your fridge. Then I asked, can I freeze it? And I would just assume not, because dairy and stuff gets weird in the freezer. And then there's the cost, and this was about $4 for the whole jar. And if you try it, I hope you enjoy it.